Last Thursday night, I wrapped up some research on the book of Judges, and I just have to say, this book is crazy, guys. It's been years since I've really dug into the book of Judges, probably not since Bible college, to be honest. But I've not sat down since then and methodically pulled this book apart piece by piece, ever. But when I stood back and looked at it as a whole, it boggled me, it frustrated me, it made me very angry, but at the same time it made me proud. I mean, I feel like I was looking at the Twilight Zone in a book when I look at the book of Judges. It is not a book for the faint of heart. I really wrestled with why it was bothering me so much, and it's not just the fact that there's so much atrocity and depravity of man talked about in this book, but the faithlessness of the people at that time and the deliverers that God installed to deliver the oppression of the people. Because once Israel came into the promised land, there were still neighboring nations that surrounded them and would oppress them at times. I think what bothered me the most, though, was the fact that these people didn't even get it. I mean, even some of these judges didn't get it. You remember Samson, the male model who liked to chase after girls who were out to use him? Another example, we talk about Gideon in our churches and Bible studies, and I don't know if I just glossed over and threw this in the closet, but Gideon was not a cool dude in the end. He was kind of full of himself, prideful, and greedy. All that to say, there's some really, really neat nuggets of truth in here as well. I would not write off this book of the Bible. The Bible Project is so good about showing on their video of Judges this spiral of the nation of Israel falling apart and why. There's also sections of this book that I love, like the sections on Deborah and Jael. I mean, these two women changed the course of a battle and the outcome. They were strong women. Neither of these women needed a man to rescue them. They were able to, with the strength of God, step in and take care of business. I think that's so, so cool. But I think what this comes down to is this one verse, Judges 2:10. It says, "And all that generation also were gathered to their fathers, and there arose another generation after them, who did not know the Lord or the work that he had done for Israel." I think that's the key right there. Another generation came after them who did not know God or what he had done for their ancestors. So when I think about this spiral of the nation in decline, of their sinfulness, and the people allowing things to come into their lives that God had warned them about, it pushes me to want to take up the initiative to share the good news with the next generation and make sure that this doesn't happen to my world right now. In the people that I come in contact with, the generation that comes behind me, I'm going to pick up the initiative today. So, what do we need to do that? We need to share the things that God has done with the younger generations. Share the word and how it affects you. Pass on the faith, and then tell them to pass the faith on to the next generation as well. Because if we don't, we're going to end up like the book of Judges. The last verse reads, "In those days, there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes." Kind of ringing true. Just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe we're already there. Maybe we're on our way there. But I think if we stop now and we start talking to the next generation about the things that we love and know about God to be true, the ways that he's provided for us and the blessings that he's bestowed upon us, then I think we may dodge a bullet and do future good for the world around us.